Yeesh! What a place for me to pause, damn. 大家好, hi guys, it's Shanae and welcome back to my channel, and today I'm reacting to a Western take on a Eastern book series, and it's called The Three-Body Problem. As far as I remember, it's a trilogy by an author called Cixin. But yeah, I'm very intrigued because also I'm not generally a sci-fi person, but because this is so well loved, I couldn't resist wanting to check it out. There is actually a Chinese series that was already made based on this series, so I'm kind of curious how the two stack up. But I'm going into this completely blind. I've never read the novels, I just know of them because I used to work at a bookstore. And yeah, I'm very curious to see how this is taken. Before we do get into it, I just want to say a quick and massive thank you to our amazing patrons and channel members. If you're interested in doing either of those for uncut and exclusive reactions, the links for it will be in the description below, along with our social media and my PO box. And if you want to subscribe, those are greatly appreciated. Now without further ado, let's get into today's video. I appreciate the fact that it's actually in Mandarin. I hope this keeps going in Mandarin because I'm kind of loving the fact that it's actually in Mandarin. Okay. I mean, I'm struggling to believe that some of this might not be done under duress. But, okay, I don't know what the context is either, so... This wasn't something I was expecting in this kind of series. Oh! Okay, yeesh! What a place for me to pause, damn. Oh, okay, I'm not very good with violence, so maybe this isn't my kind of series. Well done, you just murdered a man. What did you think was gonna happen if you keep beating him? That he would just continue to exist unharmed and you can just take your rage out on him forever? Oh great, they just left his body there. That's... I don't know, that is an act of profound cruelty on top of everything else in some way for me. That's the kind of face that tells you you're about to die, and I'm kind of concerned.
Scotland Yard have been helpful for a change. Told them we need to be involved.
Yeesh, my brain glitched for a moment. I was like, why are they speaking English even though they just established they're in London, and so they should.
He studied cosmology and theoretical physics at MIT.
Okay.
Strange suicide, mate.
Very. Another one? Interesting? Concerning?
History of mental illness, previous suicide attempts, anything like that?
Nothing. Just like the others.
So, considering this is sci-fi, my first theory is maybe that, and again, like, I have absolutely no idea what the series is about, so I'm probably way off, but that there are some kind of extraterrestrials that are like communicating, and only some of the quote-unquote smartest minds on Earth are able to receive that communication or something like that, but it's kind of driving them insane because nobody's willing to listen, which I think would kind of tie in a sense to the opening scene we just saw. But okay, anyway. Oh! That is unpleasant. That is very unpleasant. So he gouged out his own eyes?
I accept that this defies all known laws of physics, but I don't think that's an argument for God.
So
I
what's
didn't
that?
think this would be so heavily religious. Is this the hollowed out mountain that they created in the... Why does that weirdly feel like a little bit of foreshadowing? What? Oh.
See how you like it.
Okay, so there was foreshadowing that that wasn't the screen, that was her eyes. Seeing something that isn't normally perceivable. That's interesting. So she might be the next one to commit suicide. Or because this is typically how it works, she's going to be the one that miraculously manages to stop herself from getting to that point.
See what?
Dad,
Huh? You
It
alright?
looks like it's more and more forming into a legible word. Oh no. So these are the people that he suspects are gonna die next, I'm assuming.
I don't know, Jack. Maybe it's because Vera's killed herself.
Oh, this is weirdly terrifying.
is Olga here yet?
She said she's running late.
I think the problem as well with something like this is I think the moment you start seeing it, your clock starts running out. But it is interesting to think it's all scientists
So sorry for
who
your
are
loss.
going through this.
Did you see the neurologist? Yeah. She has no clue why it's happening. Well, it's still happening.
Okay, so she actually did confide in someone and try and see. I like that she's actually not keeping it to herself. It's an interesting fact that they're juxtaposing the dimensions of God with Buddhist, if I'm not mistaken, burial. That is very interesting.
Are you two fighting right now? Oh, fucking.
Oh, can you not? Like, that is really awkward. Why would you do that?
Shut your mouth. You want to know as well?
Jack, I love you, but I swear to God, if you don't shut the fuck up, I'm gonna punch a hole straight through your head. I'm just gonna grab a cigarette.
Oh, that must be so awkward as the new boyfriend. Like, this group of friends who clearly know each other and they're okay with pushing each other's limits, but if you're a new person, it's like, ah, this feels like a fight. Okay.
Thank you.
Who are you and why do you have a weirdly predatory smile?
Yeah, you can see the stars. Where I grew up, you could see the stars every night. It's not easy, is it? Being a person in this fucked world.
Okay, that's weirdly deep for
understand
someone
what
you
you're
have
going
only just met.
It's not hopeless, though. Really. The Lord has a better way.
I don't know, it feels very invasive the way she's approaching this conversation with Augie? Is that her name? Augustine, yes. Because, like, you're off the bat making a lot of assumptions about someone who's just out for a smoke.
How much time do you have left? Less than 2 days? It's not much. But it's easy to make it stop.
If you just
You put
believe.
an end to your work. No more nanofibers. You shut down the lab. Simple.
Yeah, this is very much feeling like someone is using religion to manipulate people into quitting their competitive work in a research field that a big company has monopoly over, if that makes sense.
Tomorrow, at midnight, at exactly midnight, go outside and look up at the sky.
She has less than 2 days left
The
and you're
universe has a
waiting a
week.
day to give her an answer. 1967, okay. Oh, for a moment I thought they were doing the whole, like, if a tree falls in a forest and no one's allowed to hear it, does it make a sound? But no, they were just doing something literal.
我不想接受大声晨报的采访。
我不是以记者的身份问你，我是白木林，一个和你有同样想法的同志。
Can she trust you though? That is the question.
你留着看吧。不过小心，别让其他人发现。
This can go very bad very quickly, but I mean, it's kind of seeming like the story is very much about the environment. That's weirdly cute. Not weirdly cute, but like unexpectedly cute. I do wonder if they maybe have a son or a daughter later on who turns out to be one of the people that we're following in the current timeline. Was your book stolen? Oh no, look up.
这本书是英文的，这里除了你，还有谁会讲英文？最好老实交代。
And she might still die. What a mess.
小同志，这炉子灭了多久了？把小叶都冻坏了。去，拿点煤来。
是。
Is she gonna like drop the coat and reveal she's pregnant? Or am I thinking too much?
我可以先看一下吗？你是可以相信我的，这文件里的内容与你的反动时期无。
Still read it. Don't just take her word for it.
我不知道父亲跟这些人有过联系，这些内容都是
So
真实的，
she,
你妈妈都知道，你会不知道？
well, I mean, we saw how the mother turned against the father, so I'm not surprised that she would assign blame to people without necessarily, for a fact, knowing that they are to blame. So what I'm assuming is that if she signs this, she's basically putting her stamp of approval that all of these people were in cahoots with her father and therefore can be prosecuted. So her freedom for their deaths or imprisonment. Well, I hope she trips and falls flat on her face.
李文杰同志，你正在发高烧，还没到呢，继续睡吧。
That sounded like reassurance, but that might be my very bad Mandarin. Are they gonna experiment on her?
以你现在的身份，一旦进入身后这道门内，可能一辈子都出不来了。
我进去，
I like how decisive she
可以
is.
的就。
Where'd he go on that helicopter?
Interesting.
We lost him over the Atlantic. Satellite malfunction.
Convenient.
Satellites don't malfunction.
Clarence, you've been fired from Scotland Yard, MI5 and OSCT.
That must be some kind of record.
I've got a knack for failing upwards.
Ah! Lucky for him
No
to
smoking
be able
in here.
to fill upwards.
Take it. She would want you to have it.
What is there gonna be some like secret data in there?
Video games. She was playing a video game.
Yeah?
Yes, quite a lot. Where is it?
It's very interesting because like these aren't things that at face value would.
It's a video game? Where's the rest of it?
That's it.
Where would she have gotten it?
What kind of game is this?
I don't know. I played Pong.
Don't put it on, please don't put it on.
Can I have it?
Of course.
Okay. I think they picked a really good actress for the daughter because like the daughter looked enough like this woman that I was like, oh, is that her?
应该感到非常光荣，很少有人。
Though it might just be my badness with faces as well. 2, 3, 2, 1. Well, that was underwhelming. I don't know what I was expecting. Oh no. No, I don't like this. If they're gonna stop dropping around them because of distress, I don't want to see that. I really don't.
发射了坐标。
你记忆力还挺不错的。
目标是什么？
Are you not allowed to ask questions? No. I'm scared that will trigger her going into a countdown as well.
What the fuck?
Good question.
Wade really wants one of these helmets. Thinks they're highly relevant.
We ever seen one over here?
No.
I wonder if it's kind of like a
What else is relevant?
capture
Mike
of what is
Evans,
gonna
that bicycle
happen in
helmet
the
looks
future or something like
expensive.
that.
I'm not keen on the notion of science being broken.
I mean, I get why.
Just be glad you're not a scientist. Shit time to be a scientist.
I'm so glad I'm not clever enough to be a scientist.
Tú contactas curvas y yo sin frenos.
He doesn't seem as serious as he was introduced at the start, and I don't know how to feel about that.
No confirmation bias. Just watch and let me know what you observe if you observe anything. Science. So that's why you're here. Okay?
I understand my role.
I mean, I think that's fair to bring an impartial
Thank you
party.
for being here.
It looks like Morse code, but it's not.
You know Morse code?
I know all kinds of shit.
Okay, focus.
Hey, it's not a very good name. I mean, I can think of a better name. But I have to taste it first. The name should reflect and support what it feels like to eat the cereal. It's toasted.
Okay, can you focus on the
know
task?
that much.
Shut up.
2 minutes to midnight.
Okay, what did you find out that's making you look like this?
但是由于杨总工程师的反复请示，上级也批准了，我们决定把红岸工程的真实情况告诉你。
Okay, interesting. Vaguely terrifying, but interesting.
Stop.
So,
I'm wondering. Okay, hold on. I'm wondering if there's gonna be like some communication with the past and the present. That would be interesting, but unfortunately, I don't think that's where it's going.
系统的辐射是可以调节的，发射的频率和振幅也在不断变化。
Okay.
如果是一个武器系统，这些都没有必要。
Fair enough. I'll take
你说
your
得
word
对。
for it. That's Morse code. What's it saying?
I observed the universe winking.
How can it be happening?
Can't.
Okay, remember that code, because that was distinctly Morse code, I feel. I might be wrong, because not a scientist, but that looked very much like the same types of patterns that would be used to signal SOS or things like that. Not the CGI, not the CGI. Oh, that was bad for a moment.
What does it say?
Give him a second.
What does it say?
It's not letters. It's just numbers.
Which numbers?
3, 2, 1. Oh, you want to know?
No, I don't want previews, damned. That is very interesting because that kind of like, up until this point, very much seemed as if the numbers were a countdown to her death, but now it seems universal, or at least not universal, Earth-versal, that this is the countdown for the destruction of Earth, potentially, or something like that, or the countdown to whoever's out there arriving. Regardless of what it is, I have to say that that final bit is what would compel me to keep watching. I'm not sure about this because, I don't know, things like that which is heavily religious, regardless of it in this case being something that's applicable to kind of like my own religion, I'm always hesitant to trot on. It can always be very interesting to see other people's interpretations of Christianity within a sci-fi setting. I don't know, we'll have to see how it goes. I'm curious what you guys think about this, because if you've watched my channel, this is a little bit outside of my normal scope of reactions, but I was just very curious about the way that Netflix would approach this kind of source material, because generally speaking, I feel like Asian media has a tendency to be very faithful to adaptations, and unfortunately this is one that I haven't read, so I don't know how faithful Netflix is being with this. Because of that, I'm gonna ask if anyone has read the books. What did you think? How do you feel about this first episode, and how much justice is being done to the books? Because I'm quite invested, but generally speaking, I gauge about 1,000 views, and whether or not that is reached determines whether or not I continue with the series, because otherwise obviously I just kind of know there's not enough interest. But yeah, I'm very intrigued about this. I think they did a good job of kind of like setting up the two distinct timelines and kind of linking them together. I quite like being able to see what was going on in Beijing, and the fact that they're faithful to the different languages that you would expect people to speak in the different places, I appreciate, because that is weirdly enough not necessarily something that's always consistent. And just as like a small note, I think they did a really good job with the color scheme throughout this. I really like that, and it almost has like, it doesn't have a horror feel to it, but there's definitely a creep factor to it for me because of the way that things have been set up and the existential horror element. Am I making sense? I don't know if I am. Yeah, it felt very well done. So I hope you guys enjoyed it, and otherwise I'll see you in the next one. 再见.